anymore?
I think people don't know what doing the work is. I think there's a misconception of it. I think people think doing the work is entertaining people, making people laugh, making people smile, making people sigh. And I tell people the big distinction between great work and entertaining work. Great work, you're talking about the character as if they're a real person. Entertaining work, oh yeah, you're talking about the actor's performance or the actress's performance. So yeah, I don't think people know what the doing the work is because I don't think people are invested in that. I think people are more invested in being entertained than being moved. So I think the majority of what exhibitioners and distributors are looking for is stuff that's catchy. They're not looking for stuff that's moving. So they tell their casting directors, we're looking for a lot of data points, as opposed to we're looking for a person who can really create a living, breathing character.
So they're looking to cast their idea.
I think producers are looking to cast what fits the marketing, what fits the nature of the story for them that's the most sellable, because it's still a business. And I think they have to go based on what our demos, our demographics, our understanding of what we see that's successful financially. Yeah, I think a lot of what producers are pushing to casting directors are that. Yeah.
Like I don't fault a business person who has money on the line for playing it conservative and going, well, this tentpole action movie stuff is going to guarantee a return. So if I try to make an interesting small drama for a tenth of the budget, I might actually lose all $10 million if I do that.
Sure.
So I get that there's a reticence to invest in art from a business perspective.
Well, then you would get why the casting director feels squeezed. What am I supposed to do to get continual work, right, from this producer or this company? I want to cast stuff that makes them happy.
Yeah.
Is getting this new actor who's probably more interesting, more intimate, more powerful than this known entity, is this going to get me consistent work with those guys? Well, that's a tough place to be in, right? Because they got to sit there and they're evaluating the nature of what they want to say and what they feel their producer and their directors are going to want to do. So they're caught in a catch-22 too because of the money. If the money opened up and said, look, really what we want to do is put out the best films and know that those best films are going to generate larger profits, they might not make a total amount of money in the same way that we have, but they're going to generate larger profits. And that opens up for the casting directors to choose real artists. Casting directors are in as just much of a bind as the producers, as the writers, and as the directors. And even worse, most casting directors are not acknowledged. There's not casting directors who are like Marion Dougherty, who really looked and searched for great talent to work with the nature of that project. That art form is being so diminished, and there's only about 5 to 10 of them that are still out there doing that. But again, how many projects do they have, right? So those 5 to 10 great casting directors who came from that line of, with the Lynn Stallmaster line and, Marion Dougherty. I'm trying to think of some others who come from that. Billy Hopkins, right? Yeah. So those 3 lines, and there's a lot of people. Risa Ramon Garcia is another one who came out of that, right? Who are like stuck because I can't take the risks because the money is not interested in the risk. And if the money's not interested in the risk and I want to keep working, what am I supposed to do?